Hi everyone, welcome back. Again, I am so excited that you clicked on today's lesson. Again, my name is Miss McCarthy and I am here to teach your lesson today. So before we get started, remember, sit in a nice quiet spot if you can. Get a piece of paper and something to write with because at the end of today's lesson, I'm going to have you take a picture of your work and send it to your teacher on Class Dojo so that she can see how hard you've been working today. All right, let's get started with today's lesson. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to say the beginning and ending sounds of a word, and then I'm going to ask you to listen and put those sounds together. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. But before we do, I want to show you what I have written here. I have a little line and then I have a box. I'm going to point to the sounds when I say those sounds in the word. Okay, so I want you to pay close attention to what I'm doing. It might help you just a little bit to hear the word. At, 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 hat. Did you hear the word hat? Good. All right, now it's your turn. Take a listen. At, at, at. What's the word? Did you say fat? Nice job. Here's our next one. At, at, at. What's the word? Mat. At, at, at. Yeah, rat. Nice job. Hey, here's the name of someone. At, at, at. What did I say? Say it louder. Yeah, gnat. Okay, we have two more. It's getting a little easier, isn't it? At, 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 sat. And here's our last word. At, at, at. What did I say? Yeah, put those together. I said pat. Nice work, everyone. Okay, now we're going to review some sounds that you have learned. Now, we only worked on one sound together, but you have been working on these other sounds with your teacher in the classroom. I'm going to show you a card, and I want you to say the sound on the, excuse me, the sound on the card. For instance, I'll point, and you'll say B. You ready? Give it a try. Sound. 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 T. Sound. 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 Ah. Oh, and sound. Nice work. Let's go ahead and review our words. Again, we're going to read, spell, read. I don't have a new word for you today. Here's our first word, think, read, spell, read, little. Think first. Read, spell, read, spell. Did you say was? Think. Read, spell, read, they. Think. read, spell, read, saw, read, spell, read, and read, spell, read, two. Let's look at those one more time. Little, was, they, saw, and, two. All right. So today's reading is going to be a reread of the book that you read yesterday. So to remind you, yesterday you read the book Rub-a-Dub-Dub, and to remind you, it was all about this bear cub right here, that baby bear. I want to remind you that when you're reading, you're going to come across this word. Take a close look. That word says watermelon. Do you remember what happens with the watermelon in this story that you read? Okay, take another close look. Take a picture of it with your brains. You're going to see this very long word when you read the book today. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to pause this video, go to the calendar, and click on today's book, Rub-a-Dub-Dub. Okay, take your time, reread the story. Remember, good readers go back and they practice and they read again. So that's what I'm asking you to do today. So you're going to go back and you're going to reread this story, and I want you to think while you're reading, because then I'm going to ask you a question when you come back. So go ahead, click pause to stop the video, go to the calendar, and then when you're done reading, go ahead and press play again and we'll finish our lesson. Happy reading! Okay, I hope that you liked the story this second time that you read it, and maybe you saw something new or you learned something new about the book. So I have two questions for you. So I want you to put your thinking caps on. And here's my first one. Why was Bud a little sad in this story? That's my first question. And my second question is this. Have you ever broken something? And what happened? Think about those two questions. And what you can do is you can make a video of yourself answering those questions and send them to your teacher on Class Dojo. I know she'd be really excited to hear what you had to say. So I'll tell you my two questions again. Why was Bud a little sad? And have you ever broken anything? And then what happened when you did? Go ahead and share that with your teacher if you want to. All right, so we have one more part of today's lesson, which is we're going to write a sentence today. I'm going to tell you the sentence, and then I'd like you to write your sentence on your piece of paper and pencil that you have sitting right next to you. All right, so my sentence is, Bud was sad. Bud was sad. What was that first word? Yes, it was Bud. Now, there's something special about the first word of a sentence. Can you remember? Yes, it needs to have an uppercase. And Bud's the name of the character, so it's uppercase anyway. So let's think about Bud and let's listen to those sounds. Ready? B-ud. Go ahead and write Bud on your paper. Don't forget to start with an uppercase. When you're ready, you can take a look at mine. Does yours look like that? If not, go ahead and fix it. Bud was. Oh, that's one of those words that we need to just know. Read, spell, read. Was. Can you remember it? Go ahead and write was. You can check your work with mine. Bud was sad. Let's listen to those sounds in sad. 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 3 sounds. Go ahead and write those 3 sounds. You can check your work with mine. Bud was sad. But wait a second. This is a sentence, so it's missing something. Do you remember what we must put at the end of our sentences? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm going to put a period at the end of my sentence. Let's check our work. Bud was sad. Wow, I think your teacher is really going to want to see this work. So after our lesson, take a picture of it and send it to your teacher on Class Dojo. All right? I am so proud of the work that you did today. And when we're done with our lesson, you can go back and you can reread today's story, or you can reread our book from Monday if you want as well. Okay? Have a great day. I can't wait to see you next week. Bye bye.